Urgent Atlanta Falcons fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Atlanta Falcons updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey there, Falcons fans! Today, we've got some exciting news that's going to have you on the edge of your seats. If you're as passionate about this team as I am, then you already know that the Atlanta Falcons have been making some bold moves in this offseason, aiming to fix some long-standing issues and build a squad that can truly contend in the NFC. And trust me, what's happening right now is a clear sign that the Falcons are serious about turning things around, especially on the defensive front. So, sit tight, because we're about to dive deep into the latest developments that could shape the future of your beloved Falcons. First off, let's talk about the big news that just broke. Atlanta has officially signed their rookie edge, James Pearce Jr., to a 4-year deal that is fully guaranteed, worth a whopping $16.8 million. That's right, Falcons fans, this isn't just a placeholder contract. It's a serious investment in a player who many believe could be a game-changer in his very first season with the franchise. And the numbers are impressive, an $8.8 million signing bonus alone. It's clear that the Falcons see a lot of potential in Pearce, and they're willing to put their money where their mouth is to make sure he's part of their future. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with Pearce's background, he's a talented edge rusher coming out of Tennessee, a program known for producing NFL-caliber talent. The Falcons, in their strategic draft approach, traded back into the first round to secure his services, giving up a future first-round pick to ensure they got their man. That kind of move shows just how high they are on Pearce's potential. The fact that they traded into the first round indicates they see him as a cornerstone piece for their pass rush, which has been an area of concern for quite some time now. The Falcons' pass rush, as many of you know, has struggled to generate consistent pressure on quarterbacks in recent seasons. This has often resulted in the team being vulnerable to explosive passing games, and it's a problem the Falcons have been trying to fix for a long time. Over the years, they've drafted and signed various players in hopes of bolstering that front, but the results haven't quite matched expectations. That's why the addition of Pearce, along with other promising players, is so critical. They're not just filling roster spots, they're trying to craft a defense that can truly pressure opponents and create turnovers. What makes Pearce a particularly intriguing prospect is his explosiveness and ability to get to the quarterback from the edge. Coming out of Tennessee, he showcased a relentless motor, impressive quickness, and the ability to bend around offensive tackles, which are crucial traits for an NFL pass rusher. His athletic profile suggests he could develop into a double-digit sack player in the league, especially with the right coaching and development. And with the Falcons investing heavily in his future, it's a sign they believe he can be part of their core defense for years to come. But, of course, signing a rookie doesn't automatically translate into immediate on-field dominance. As many of you know, rookie contracts, even fully guaranteed ones like Pearce's, are just the beginning. The NFL is a different game, faster, more complex, and more demanding. Sometimes, rookies need time to adjust, learn the playbook, and develop their physical skills to meet the league's high standards. That's why the Falcons are taking a strategic approach. They're emphasizing development, but also making it clear that Pearce, with his talent, has a real shot at earning significant playing time early on. And speaking of development, the Falcons head coach Raheem Morris recently made some interesting comments that are worth highlighting. Morris, who's been a steady presence in Atlanta's coaching staff, emphasized their commitment to playing rookies this season. He said, "Make no mistake about it, we're going to have some real intentionality about playing our rookies this year." That's a big statement, especially considering the team's recent struggles to get younger players on the field and contribute early. Morris's words suggest that the Falcons are finally serious about giving their young talent, including Pearce, a real shot to prove themselves in the NFL. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, last season, the rookie class wasn't exactly stellar. The Falcons struggled to produce impactful rookies. And you'd be right, last year's rookie group was, frankly, one of the least productive in the entire league. That's why this year's approach feels different. The coaching staff is more committed to developing and utilizing their young players from the outset. It's a strategic shift that could pay huge dividends in the future, especially if players like Pearce can live up to the hype. But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. The Falcons are in a bit of a transitional phase. They've been rebuilding, trying to establish a strong foundation, and that involves drafting well, developing talent, and making shrewd moves in free agency and trades. The signing of Pearce is just one part of this puzzle, but it's a very promising piece. It signals that Atlanta isn't content with past struggles and is actively trying to build a defense that can pressure quarterbacks, create turnovers, and ultimately win games. Of course, there's also the question of the team's overall strategy moving forward. Atlanta has a talented offense led by quarterback Desmond Ridder, who showed flashes of brilliance last season. But to truly become a playoff contender, they need that defense to step up, especially in the pass rush department. The addition of Pearce, along with other defensive draft picks and free agents, suggests that the Falcons are investing heavily in that side of the ball. It's about creating a balanced team, one that can score points but also prevent opponents from doing the same. Now, let's talk a little about the expectations for Pearce Jr. in his rookie year. It's unlikely he'll be a double-digit sack guy immediately, but don't be surprised if he makes an impact early in the season. His athleticism, combined with the coaching staff's focus on developing young players, means he could see significant snaps in pass rushing situations. And if he can demonstrate his ability to set the edge and get to the quarterback, it will boost his confidence and help him earn even more playing time as the season progresses. Another aspect worth mentioning is the Falcons' defensive scheme under coordinator Ryan Nielsen, who's known for aggressive, upfront pressure. Pearce's skill set fits perfectly into that scheme, and with continued development, he could become a key piece in their pass rush rotation. The team is also investing in the development of other young defensive linemen and linebackers, creating a more dynamic and versatile front seven that can adapt to different offensive formations. Looking beyond this season, the long-term outlook for Pearce is promising. If he can develop his skills and stay healthy, he could become a cornerstone in Atlanta's defense for years to come. The franchise has shown a willingness to invest in young talent, and with the right coaching and environment, Pearce could reach his ceiling and become one of the league's top edge rushers. For fans, this is an exciting time, seeing a player they believe in, getting the chance to grow and contribute right from the start. And speaking of growth, it's also worth noting that Atlanta's front office and coaching staff are more committed than ever to building a culture of competition, accountability, and continuous improvement. The signing of Pearce, the emphasis on playing rookies, and the strategic draft moves all point toward a team that's trying to get back to its winning ways. The Falcons have a talented core, a promising young quarterback, and now, a potentially game-changing pass rusher who could be the spark they need on defense. Now, fans, I want to take a moment to remind you that the NFL season is right around the corner, and every move, every signing, every development matters. The Falcons are laying the groundwork for what could be a very exciting season, and it's essential to stay engaged, stay supportive, and keep the faith in this team's vision. Whether Pearce turns out to be a star or not, his signing is a clear sign that Atlanta is serious about competing and building a roster that can take on anyone in the league. So, as we wait for training camp, preseason, and the regular season to unfold, keep your eyes on Pearce Jr. and the Falcons' defense. There's a lot to be excited about, and trust me, this is just the beginning of what could be a very promising chapter in Atlanta Falcons history. The team is making bold moves, and the energy around the franchise is palpable. The future looks bright, and with players like Pearce leading the charge, the Falcons could be on their way to reclaiming their place as a formidable force in the NFL. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this signing? Are you excited about Pearce's potential? Do you think he can make an immediate impact this season? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and hopes in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the Falcons community. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, detailed analyses, and everything you need to stay in the loop about your team. So, stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's get ready for what promises to be an exciting ride ahead. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Falcons!